Congratulations on your new rental property with PRD Nationwide Wagga. We aim to make your rental experience smooth and hassle-free. We look forward to a great relationship with you, and we will work as diligently for you as we expect you to in fulfilling your tenancy obligations. If you have any questions throughout this presentation, please be sure to jot them down so you can go through them with your property manager at the completion of this video.
We have created this guide to assist with your tenancy induction. You will have already received prior to today an email with your bond link, which you have paid for, and a draft copy of your lease including the new tenant checklist for your review, which you will sign at the end of this presentation. Rental Bonds Online allows you to pay bond monies directly to New South Wales Fair Trading using Visa, MasterCard or BPay. This service helps tenants lodge and refund bond money securely, easily, and keeps you up to date via email and SMS as to the status of your bond. Once registered, you can continue to use your account for future tenancies. In the Induction folder in front of you, you will find the following: PRD Connect, information on connecting essential services and utilities; new tenant checklist, safety and security fact sheet; tenancy booklet; direct debit rental payment form; maintenance form; vacate form; please review carefully; the tenancy agreement; and the entry condition report. These are legally binding documents that need to be kept in a safe place to enable you to refer to at a later date. Prior to signing the tenancy agreement, please ensure that you have checked all details are correct, including the spelling of all leaseholders' names, and that you understand the terms and conditions in the agreement before you sign. All leaseholders need to sign and initial all numbered clauses on the master copy and sign all highlighted tenant signatory areas. You may also need to sign the one-page privacy statement. This is important to allow us to hand out your details to a third party, for example, tradespersons for repairs. It is the tenant's responsibility to arrange connections for power, gas, phone, internet, and others to be connected to the property in your name at your cost. If you have already indicated on your application form what connections you would like us to do on your behalf, this will be arranged for you as soon as possible, and it is a free service with PRD Connect. For a hassle-free option, simply register online with PRD Nationwide Smarter Connect and receive a call within minutes and start saving. The PRD Nationwide Smarter Connect service is a free independent connections and comparison service that guarantees you savings and will connect all of your utilities on your behalf. You can save across a range of services including electricity and gas, phone and internet, pay TV, removalists, storage and maintenance, insurance, and finance. You have been given a condition report which establishes the state the property has been given to you at the beginning of the tenancy. When going through your condition report at the property, please be as detailed as possible and ensure all leaseholders sign and date where indicated. Please ensure you complete the report and return to our office signed by all leaseholders within 7 days, or our original copy and photos will be used as a comparison at the end of your tenancy to assess whether your bond will be refunded. Any requests for maintenance should be made separately, not in the condition report. All maintenances must be submitted to our office in writing. Please log into our website to access the form. For those without access to the internet, a manual copy has been provided for you in your pack. Not all maintenance requests will be approved. Neglect caused by the tenant will be charged accordingly. What is an urgent repair as classified by the Residential Tenancies Act 2010? Well, urgent repairs means any work needed to be repaired for any of the following: a failure or breakdown of the gas, electricity, or water supply; a failure or breakdown of any essential service for hot water, cooking, heating, cooling, or laundering; any fault or damage that makes the premises unsafe or insecure; serious damage from a natural disaster. Examples of damage include a burst water service, an appliance or fixture such as a tap that is not working or broken and is causing a substantial waste of water, a blocked or broken toilet, a serious roof leak, a gas leak, a dangerous electrical fault, flooding or serious flood damage, serious storm or fire damage. Our office hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Saturdays. If urgent repairs occur outside of these hours on the weekend or public holidays, please call the tradesman as listed on your lease. If you have been approved for a pet, There will be a special clause in your agreement stating the conditions under which the pet can live at the property. It will also stipulate things like the breed, age and name of the pet. No pets are allowed at the property unless you have this written consent prior to the pet being on the premises. Should you wish to keep a pet at the property after the commencement of your lease, a formal pet agreement must be entered into and approved by the landlord. Please contact your property manager to discuss. Please be aware failure to enter into a pet agreement will constitute a breach of agreement for the keeping of pets at the property, and a termination may be given. Landlords' insurance policies cover only the building plus any fixtures and fittings. We strongly recommend you take out your own contents insurance cover to protect your own assets. Water charges. Under New South Wales law, only the water usage is on charge to the tenant for separately metered properties. The tenant agrees to pay the water usage as listed in your residential tenancy agreement clauses 11 and 12. Paying rent. Our office method of paying rent is via direct debit, and a direct debit form has been included in your induction pack. Please have your banking details ready to be collected at the end of this presentation. PRD Nationwide Wagga has a zero tolerance policy in regards to rental and water arrears in accordance with the provisions in the Residential Tenancies Act. A breach notice will be issued for any rent or water arrears in excess of 7 days. SMS and breach notices are recorded on your tenant ledger history and can jeopardise future tenancy applications. At 3 days late, an SMS text will be sent and recorded to your ledger. At 7 days late, you will receive a phone call and breach notices issued and recorded to your ledger as well. Finally, at 14 days late, a termination notice will be issued, and this will also be recorded to your ledger. Should your rental payment dishonour, a dishonour fee will be charged in addition to your rental payment. If you do envisage there to be any issues with your rental payments, please make contact with your property manager as soon as possible. Alterations to your property. If you wish to install Foxtel or hang pictures, please submit a formal request in writing to your property manager. Nails, bolts, blue tack or even sticky tape on walls is not allowed without prior written permission from our office. If there is any damage to the walls, you will need to fix at your own cost before the end of the lease. Keys and locks. Your tenancy does not terminate until all keys have been returned in full to our office. You are responsible for the rent until this happens. Should you lock yourself out of your property after hours, you'll be responsible for contacting a locksmith and paying for the after-hours call-out fee. Please refer to your safety and security fact sheet in your induction pack. When renting a place to live, the landlord must provide premises that are in a reasonable state of repair and are reasonably secure. These cover window and balcony safety, swimming pools, smoke alarms, fire safety, gas water heaters, security, rural property and dams, and rainwater tanks. Swimming pools. Every pool, portable pool or spa with a depth of 300 millimetres or more is required to be fenced in accordance with state or territory legislation. If the property you are renting does have a pool, please refer to Clause 40 of your residential lease agreement. Under the Swimming Pools Act 1992, a copy of a valid certificate of compliance will be supplied with your leasing documentation. Please always ensure that your pool fence on the property has a self-closing, self-latching gate in working order and report immediately to our office should this not be the case. Please refrain from having chairs or floatable devices close to the gate that would entice children to climb on. Smoke alarms. For safety reasons, you should check that your smoke alarms are working correctly and do not delay in reporting any faults. If your landlord has engaged the services of Smoke Alarms Australia to check the smoke alarms in the property, you will be contacted during your tenancy to set up an appointment for an inspection to take place. It is important to please cooperate to allow this to happen in a timely manner. Garden maintenance. Unless otherwise specified, it is the leaseholder's responsibility to water, cut lawn, weed, prune trees and shrubs, and maintain and weed any garden beds. If you would rather hire a professional, please feel free to call our office for the details of our recommended gardeners. At the end of the tenancy, if parts of the garden have died, it may need to be replaced at the tenant's cost. Parking of vehicles. Cars, motorbikes, boats, trailers and vans are only to be parked in the designated approved areas. It is prohibited to park on the front lawn areas, common areas or nature strips. Oil stains on driveways are the tenant's responsibility to clean and remove prior to vacate. Carpet stains. Tenants must remove marks and stains on the carpet immediately before serious and permanent damage may occur. If necessary, a professional carpet cleaner should be engaged. It is recommended that you have the carpets professionally cleaned at least every 12 months. Smoking. Smoking is not permitted inside the property. Routine inspections. We will conduct an inspection 30 days into your tenancy and then approximately every 6 months thereafter. To ensure that the property is well maintained, an inspection will take place 30 days after the commencement of your tenancy. The scheduled date and time will be in your induction paperwork in your pack. From there, you will receive notification of your next inspection time every 6 months. The landlord may be present, and our office will give you the required notice before each inspection. Your property manager will be inspecting both the inside and outside of the property and will be looking at the cleanliness and general upkeep of the property. The purpose is to provide a report and photos to the owner that you are maintaining the property, and also to check for any repairs and make any recommendations to the owner. If any issues arise from the inspection, your property manager will discuss it with you and a follow-up inspection may be required. If still unsatisfactory, a breach notice may be issued and termination given. Change of shared tenancy. The owner has approved the lease in your name. Should an additional occupant need to be added, the relevant supporting documentation needs to be supplied to our office, and the same approval process will take place before the tenant takes up residency at the property. If tenants wish to transfer the lease, it requires approval from the owner, and if approved, both the incoming and the outgoing tenants need to complete and sign all required paperwork. Please be aware that if one party cannot meet their financial responsibility, then all other parties will be held accountable, or you may be required to vacate the property. Notice to vacate. If you wish to vacate the property, it is a requirement in accordance with legislation to give 14 days notice for a fixed term agreement or 21 days notice for a periodic agreement prior to vacating. If you wish to vacate prior to the end of the lease, you will be breaking the contract you have entered into. A fee will be payable along with compensation of all rent payable until another tenant is secured or until the tenancy expires, and any associated advertising costs if applicable. Bond finalisation. On the day of vacating your property, you will be required to hand in all keys that were handed to you at the start of your tenancy, including any additional keys copied. The property needs to be left as to the standard it was received at the commencement of your tenancy. Upon completion of your final vacate inspection, your property manager will give feedback as to what may need attention. We do have the right to engage the services of a professional cleaner. We recommend you do all you can to have the property ready on your vacate date. Failure to do so will result in costs being deducted from the bond. If there is any dispute in relation to rent or compensation after consultation with your property manager and no agreement has been negotiated, an application may be made for a tribunal hearing to settle the matter. Your tenant portal. We have provided you with an online portal to have secure 24 hours, 7 days a week access to view documents pertaining to your property and view your current and past rental payments and ledger history. This online service also enables you to email your property manager directly. It allows you to retrieve your username or retrieve or change your password. Your username will be amongst the paperwork in your tenant induction pack. To access this service, please visit our website at www.prdwagga.com.au, then click on Tools and then Tenant Portal. Communication. It is the tenant's major responsibility to keep the property clean and to meet their financial obligations. It is the landlord's major responsibility to see the property is maintained and to ensure the tenant has peaceful enjoyment. It is the property manager's duty to oversee this process. This can only be achieved with effective communication between all parties. Your property manager is here to help you to achieve this in your tenancy. Please direct any issues to your dedicated property manager. You'll find all the information pertaining to this in your pack. Thank you for watching this presentation, and your property manager will be with you shortly to finalise the details of your tenancy.